So the early application deadline for US universities is coming up at the end of the month. So in light of that, I wanted to make a video where I go through my UPenn M&T admissions file. Just for context, I was admitted into the UPenn M&T 2022 regular decision cycle. For those of you who don't know, M&T specifically has a less than 3% acceptance rate, and they only take 50 students per year. And they usually decide half the class in the early admissions round and the other half in the regular decision round. Okay, so first thing on file, we have all the basic info like GPA, school rank, ACT or SAT, current reported curriculum, the classes you're taking, and also any AP or IB scores. Basically all the stuff that you should already know about yourself that's self-reported. But this is where we get into the juicy part. So unlike other schools that you might have seen where they have Reader 1, Reader 2, Reader 3, and show you all their comments on S's and everything, Penn's admission file is very simple because they don't want to reveal anything extra that could be used against them, but they do rate you on 4 things. So the first rating is E, which stands for excellence of mind. This is graded on a scale of 1 to 6 and stands for the student's pursuit of academic interests and achievements within a school and community context. I scored a 4 out of 6 on this, which I think makes sense since at the time of applying, I hadn't been selected for Team Canada for the International Chemistry Olympiad yet, which I do believe is probably my biggest achievement in terms of excellence of mind. And I had only gotten selected for the National Training Camp, which is top 20 at the time. After having gone to Penn, there are definitely a lot of other really smart people. Like, they're just simply smarter than me, straight up. Like my friend who went to the same high school as me literally finished calculus before even entering high school, like before even starting grade 9. And like at that time, I didn't even know how to do algebra by then. So the next one is I, which stands for impact in your space. This is also scored on a scale of 1 to 6. And this stands for whether a student is a catalyst for impact and involvement within the school and community context. I scored a 5 out of 6 on this, which also makes a lot of sense since I think a huge part of my application centered around empowering women in STEM and my journey to finding myself through empowering others like myself. In my comment app, for example, I talked a lot about the nonprofit I founded, which is dedicated to bridging the gender gap in STEM, and I was able to scale that to reach 84 countries in just a year. And even just in a technology perspective, my work and personal projects have always been how we can leverage technology to create social and environmental impact. So I think impact was a huge part of my application. And then the third one is the M/A rating, which stands for match and alignment. And this refers to alignment with Penn values and academics and whether you have an interest in Penn, fit with the programs, and also talent within academic priorities. This one is a bit different than the other two. It's rated on a scale of 1 to 4. And surprisingly, I actually scored a 4 out of 4 on this, which I find really funny since I'm literally on a gap year from Penn right now and in Thailand because I couldn't stand being on campus anymore. So I don't know why they thought I was such a good fit for Penn, but my theory is that my community essay was really what did it. So if you want tips for the community essay or just Penn or M&T essays in general, let me know in the comments below. Last rating is called the AI rating. It stands for Academic Index, and it's something that all the Ivy Leagues actually use, and basically just aggregates your GPA and your SAT or ACT score together into one standardized score out of 240. So I scored a 229 out of this, which is lower than what some people I've seen online have reported, but it does also make sense to me since I wasn't really proud of my SAT score. I did it in one try. I got a 710 on reading and writing and 800 in math for a total score of 1510. I did submit this score to Penn, but I didn't to a lot of other top schools like Harvard and MIT because I wasn't really proud of it. And then my GPA was a 97 out of 100, which is the scale we use in Ontario. And so because the SAT score might have been lower than a lot of the applicants who end up being admitted to Penn, I think this might have been the reason for it being slightly lower. And then lastly, there are also a lot of indicators that Penn uses, which are like different short abbreviations to note if you're like first gen, legacy, child of faculty, Philadelphia resident, and things like that. So on mine, it specifically says I-CAN, which basically just refers to the fact that I'm an international student from Canada. I really hope this video helped demystify the process a little bit and shed light on what Penn values and ranks applicants. And to all my seniors out there applying to Penn this year, good luck. You got this. I know how stressful it can be, but trust me, it'll be worth it in the end. And also comment down below if you want more Penn content while I'm not actually at Penn.